Hey, slut.
Well, Tramp,
How are you?
I'm grand. Yourself?
I'm great. Thank you for joining me today in Tea with Tanya.
No bother.
So people probably need to know we had already done this interview, but I had a few malfunctions with your interview, so we have to redo the whole thing. But I'm sure you're delighted.
Totally delighted. I can speak more.
More rehearsed.
Why not? But I never fucking rehearse.
Well,
You know it yourself.
yeah, you and me both, honey. So okay, well, get started. Always, as you know, the first question I ask is how did Kitty get started with drag, and where did you get your drag name from?
Um, I originally started with drag whenever I was in uni. The interest really came into my head whenever I met drag queens over there, such as Brenda and Vivian and Lavinia, and I seen these big personalities from these men that were so exaggerated, and like over there the drag is so theatrical. It's big hair, big makeup, big clothing, like everything was just glitz and glam, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go, because I always, like since childhood, I always wanted to be Sarah from Hocus Pocus. I remember
Yeah.
going at Granny Street with a broom and a blonde wig, just run about singing "Come Little Children." So,
Well, you could have tried Winifred,
oh fuck, no, I want to be the sexy one. I always wanted to be the sexy one. So,
and you're still trying to this day, honey. That's good.
always trying. Never succeed.
So if you were starting out drag now, Kitty, is there anything you would start and do differently than you've done so far?
See, whenever I first started drag, I was a lot heavier than I was at the minute.
Oh, okay.
So, it's kind of hard for me to describe it, because whenever I first started, I wanted to cover myself up all the time, whereas now, as the weight has dropped off me, and it's got to the point now where I don't mind having a body out or anything.
Yeah.
So if I had that point now back then, I would have so much more confidence going out in drag.
Sure.
I'd be at a better point at the minute.
And for anybody that doesn't know Kitty Catt, like anybody listening down south or anything, you've done opportunity frocks and stuff. Have you found like competitions, and you've done it 2 times now? What would be different from the first time to the second time?
Second time is a lot more daunting. You want to make that impression, but you want to stay true to yourself, and you don't know if you should try something new or if you should just stick to your guns. And like personally, I'm a slut on stage, and I'll grind on anything. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like a big ballad and just go outside my box, or again just grinding some guy on stage, which I ended up doing.
And then you've applied again for this year's final one. What do you think about the heats that they're going to throw out to all of you?
I think it's very, very interesting. It's good because you get to see what the competition has in store, like who you should be watching out for, and if you should up your game more and take on board wee things, and just keep an eye out and just how we scope.
Yeah.
Which I think is a lot better, because my first time I hadn't any idea what some of the girls were able to do. Like whenever I first started, there was Blue, Azura and Sabrina and everyone, and obviously Sabrina won that year, but we'd never seen really what they could do. So I was just like, right, go for it. And then second year going in, Blue and Azura and everyone came back, and you knew what they were capable of. You're so daunted by what they were.
Suppose there's like an expectation because you've been invited back for a second time for a reason, so you're coming. Yeah,
definitely. You're like, why the hell did it want me? I'm no fucking good.
So we'll change it up a wee bit, and we'll do a wee quick fire round. I didn't do this last time with you, but we're going to do it this time. So I'm going to mention somebody's name, and you just need to give me one-word answers, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Okay. Candy Carousel.
Madness.
Okay. Alexis Cox.
Banshee.
Tina Legs Tantrum,
legend,
Blue Hydrangea,
creative,
Sabrina Bewitched,
magical,
Trudy Scrumptious,
astounding,
and Dakota Phoenix.
man.
Oh, very reserved answers there.
I'm trying to be a good girl. I was a good girl.
God, it's a complete flip from your last interview.
Well, I'm holding my tongue. My granny always said, "Thank God, say nothing."
Oh, okay. So, what do you think of like all the new drag queens popping up around every so often? It's just like getting more and more. You know, have you any opinion on it?
Every so often, they're here every fucking day. No, I'm absolutely all for it. Drag is about expressing yourself, and if that is the route they want to go down, go for it. It's an expensive route. It's tiresome. It can drain you and it can stress you out, but it's a really rewarding route. So if you want to do it, go for it. And if it's just a release of your artistic flair or just to get out some of that pent up anxiety, go for it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're all men. But then again, we folk queen now in Belfast as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to be a folk queen, if you want to be a fucking drag king or whatever, go for it. Do what you want, and at the end of the day, be yourself and answer to no one else.
This is it. And well, if you were to describe yourself in one word, Kitty, what would it be?
Slut.
Just plain and simple, slut.
Simple as. Like, I've described myself like this here for years, and Kelly is a Disney princess on ecstasy. Like, that is what she is. Like, she'll be so bubbly and that's but she will ride anything.
Okay.
Like, she don't give a flying fuck. And like I say, with the weight loss and everything, I've got more and more and more slutty as time has gone on, and I've been wearing less and less clothing, and it works.
It works. It works for your character.
Well.
Yeah. So you do your own wee projects as well. For anybody that's listening, Kitty's Corner. Have you got any plans coming up?
Definitely have lots of plans. Like, at the minute, the format is more of a Q&A. So I get questions sent in to me and I answer them straight up. Just myself in a room with a camera and answer the questions flat out. And they mightn't be what everyone agrees with, but that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I can't accept it, don't accept it. But I have a few wee projects lined up. I have a video on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
It is all going well with yourself and the lovely Miss Candy Carousel.
Oh, yes. More like a sort of untucked video. Uncensored.
Well, I haven't watched what we're doing, but we're doing something.
We're doing something. We're not going to waste this opportunity. The three of us are getting together and it'll be good crack.
Definitely. What else do I have? Alexis Cox wants to do a wee adventure in Marifelt.
Just bring your earplugs.
Oh, fuck. Well, I'll be standing in the fucking roundabout, so I don't give a flying fuck. I won't be able to hear where the horn's blaring.
Screeching culty.
She's louder than anything I've ever experienced, and she's bragging about this at the minute that she's been told to tone it down a bit and not speak so much when she's out.
That's nothing to be proud of.
Seriously, calm it down a bit.
Okay. Well, is there anything that you wish you could improve on yourself if you were to have a magic wand and you were just to give yourself something you were better at? What would it be?
Dancing would be a main thing. Like, I can lip sync, and I can get my lips to wrap around any word, just like I can wrap around anything else. But it's getting the moves to go along with the words.
Yeah.
And you want to have that whole seduction. Sometimes you just want to have that whole power and empathy, and sometimes it just comes across that I just want to grab onto anything and shove it up my fanny, but it happens.
Well, this is like a day of interviews I've been doing again. One of the other interviewees I done was Pixie Woo, and actually, surprisingly, Pixie Woo, if you haven't heard the interview, you probably haven't. It'll be probably after yours. Pixie Woo says she's not a great dancer herself, and she would take it more from the choreography side.
Yeah.
But
see that's choreography. Like, I do want to have that their presence on stage, but my presence at the minute is more sloppy. But if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. The point is, I'm getting up on that stage and I am trying to perform, and there's not a lot of ones that can say that.
Exactly, and also it's not just about dancing. Drag is not just about dancing. It's about your character and the comedy and the character you bring to the stage as well. So, you could be the shittest dancer but have the hugest personality.
I can name a couple of ones, but never mind.
Oh, okay. I would love you to do that, but I wouldn't put you on the spot.
Oh, no. Never put me on the spot. Put me on something else on the ground.
I think I'm going to do an uncensored interview with myself, but I need to get the right person to interview me, and I think I'll just go hell for leather and just name and shame everybody.
I'd actually pay to see that.
I actually would, but I would be scared. Not scared, but more. I just don't want to deal with the negativity of the feedback.
Here, at the end of the day, ones are going to be negative no matter what you do.
This is it.
Just go fucking balls blaring, whatever.
So, what's your plans for, say, the next year? Where would you want to be in the next year, Kitty, if, you continue doing the drag with Kitty Catt? What do you want to achieve in the year coming?
Well, I'm definitely going to continue with the drag. I think my main problem so far has been if I get too much in my head and if I get any critique or anything, I just shut off. But at the minute, if I get in the critique, I'm like, okay, I'll take that on board. I've become more self-aware. So the next year, I will be hopefully on stage more, and Kitty's Corner is going to still come out. Like I said, I have videos with yourself and Candy and Alexis. Anya Bex wants to do videos. Nancy Screw and I have a very interesting video we want to do that hasn't been done in the drag world, as far as I know, yet.
Oh. So
that will be coming soon. Just want to put myself out there more. Like, I've shied away for too long, surprisingly. But I want to get out there more.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm very much so, Kitty, like myself. I'm not very much out in drag these days with just work and just general life. But
yeah.
I try to keep myself around by doing projects like this. And now, because I've started doing this again, of arranging a night out with yourself and Candy, which, it's good to sit in your house and be able to provide something and enjoy it.
It is. And like, even if it is like yourself doing the interviews, or if it's going and doing what I do and making a wee video and answering stupid questions, or if it's doing what Candy does and making parodies of songs, you're doing something to promote yourself at the end of the day.
Exactly. And not all of us are lucky enough to be regular performers on stage. Sometimes the door just isn't open for everybody to be a regular performer, or some people just can just be shut down and just not get that opportunity. So there's other ways and means of being out there as a queen.
Like, there's not always just that stage presence, and at the end of the day, we're on social media, we're promoting ourselves in different ways. And if you're going to a bar and seeing a queen perform, you're not always going to see that queen performing.
Yeah.
But if it's on social media, you have a wider audience then to promote yourself.
One of the things I learned very quickly, Kitty, as well, with the whole length of time I've been in drag, and for anybody listening to this as well, you can take what you want from it. The length of time I've been doing drag, I had it for a short time in my life as a job for like a year. and I'm not doing it as a career anymore. So I do it for fun. I don't take it so serious anymore. But there
Yeah,
is the ones that will have it for a career and have different opinions on it. Like, if you're going to do drag, you do it right. You have to be flawless. But if you're doing it for fun and you do it once in a blue moon, you do it how you want to.
exactly. Like at the end of the day, drag is about self-expression, and
Yeah.
if it's about self-expression as you going out and getting wasted and falling to the gutter with your wig hanging off.
Exactly. It's all about fun at the end of the day.
That's me most nights I'm out in drag, so you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Uh, so, one thing I didn't ask you at the start of the interview, which you should have done, was where did you get the name Kitty Cat from?
I wanted to keep my surname present in some form, like Catterson, and I always just wanted the cat in there.
Yeah.
And then I've always been obsessed with Catwoman, and especially Michelle Pfeiffer's version of her. It was the whole sex appeal and the fierceness of her, and it's just like, but I wanted to kind of keep a more of a real girl element with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Kitty was born.
And obviously you're more sort of a fish style sort of queen. You wouldn't see you in sequins and big hair.
No, I'm not a very glam and sequence and sparkle kind of girl. I'd rather get down grungy, and if I have to just wear a fucking bra and a leather jacket or whatever and head out that night, that's grand.
Yeah.
I'm grand that way. I don't personally. If I'd feel very uncomfortable if I had the big hair and the big makeup and this here big sequence gown on me, and I headed out for a night, I'd be like, I'm trying to be someone else. This is not me.
Yeah. And I've even tried the big elaborate hair, like the Vegas style wigs and the big gowns, and it just is not me. It's just I feel like I'm somebody's granny or something.
But like, you see, you have your own version. You have you,
Yeah.
but you have the sparkle in there, and you have the brightness. Whereas I'm a dark bastard. I'll head out in fucking black every night of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's you. It is you. You can't say to another drag queen, "Here, try this outfit on." It's totally you, because it's not. It's your own style would not suit another drag queen.
Yeah. And like you get your comparisons, especially now with RuPaul's Drag Race being so prominent. You get ones like, "Oh, you're like a door. You're such a grungy one," or you're like, "Sharon Needles, you're so gothic." And I'm like, no, I am Kitty Cat, and this is what I want to do. And if I want to head out and wear fucking spikes on my fucking shoulders or whatever, I'll wear whatever I want.
Exactly.
This is my style. And yes, it may be similar to someone else, but this is what I want.
Yeah, and that's it. Like at the end of the day, no drag queen's the same. No drag queen's going to look the same. They can try, but they won't.
And especially for Belfast being so small, we have such a wide variety.
Yeah, that's true.
We have the real comedy style with like Glitzy and Candy. Then you have the real kind of old school but kind of new school at the same time with Sabrina. Like they have that the old style presence, but they're more
modern aged. Yeah.
And then you have Blue with her whole
makeup
creative side, and then you have just the legends like Tina and Trudy and everyone. So there is a real variety, and that's what I like seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I definitely want to see from Opprox this year is how much variety is from Dublin as well. That's what I'm so interested in.
I am hoping there's a large selection from the south this year, because we usually only get one a year probably with frocks. Like, one would come up and try and do their best, but there's a great selection from down south this year, so I would hope it would be an even balance.
Oh, definitely. And do you know what? If they can't decide who they want in, just fucking get us all in.
Yeah.
I think that would be an amazing end to Opprox. Get every person that's entered to come in and show what they've got and make it bigger and better than ever. And if you have to cut it down after every round, say after the first round, 5 go, and then after musical chairs, the first 5 that go out, then show them out. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
it might be a wee bit difficult with 28 people.
Here, it's never too many. 28, fucking 48. Who gives a flying fuck?
Could you picture backstage at Frogs with 28 people?
Well, I'll be cramped, and you know, me pushing against ones, that's never a bad thing.
Well, sure, it wouldn't make any difference with people hugging the mirror, saying no names.
No, but it definitely doesn't help some people either.
It doesn't. No. Right. Okay. So, Kitty Cat, think we've got pretty much on you. What are we going to see from you in the next, say, month or so?
Next month or so. Well, the next month is my birthday month, so I'm planning to be more wild.
What are you doing? What are you doing for your 35th?
Fuck off! I'm not going to you. I'm out on the 6th of May. It's not in drag, unfortunately, because I'm out with work ones, and I think I'd terrify my managers if I came out in drag and started grinding on them.
You might get a promotion.
I may get fired. But I'm out that night, and the next month I'm definitely going to have more Kitty's Corner coming up. I've said I wanted to keep it going because I had a bit of a break this past year. And
It's hard to get back into it once you do give it absence.
It is, but I'm raging because this past, you know yourself, I was filming there last weekend, and I had this here long Q&A and everything, and I didn't fucking press the record button.
Oh, don't, because I've done that a few times as well.
I was just like, what the flying fuck? And I look good. I look fucking good, and that's the most raging part because you never can get your makeup the same way again.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
well, good things to come from you.
Whatever you get, and if you don't fucking like me, fuck my boyfriend instead, that's grand.
Okay. Well, I think
joking.
I think we'll leave it on that note. I want to thank you for joining me today, Kitty Cat. It's been fun as ever.
Yeah, I'm not that fun, but okay, whatever floats your boat.
Okay, I'll just cut this interview down to about 5 minutes. What do you?
That's perfect.
I love it. Okay, thank you for joining me.
No worries, honey.
Bye.
Bye.